What's going down, my friends in the den? See who, ain't too busy. I know I sent the notifications out a little bit late, but hey, it is what it is. Put something on background in this soundtrack. Man, I forgot how much that Cadillac could jam. That hoe went really, really hard. Man, things, what's the motherfucking deal? Man, I'm telling you, have you heard that song? That shit is, oh yeah, hold on, let me make sure I cut that off before, Brandon, what's the deal? That Yee Yee song, that shit be jabbing to me, I like that shit. Yee Yee. I hope y'all having a terrific Tuesday. I think mine's been alright. Man, y'all saw that strut that ass shit, dog. That shit is so fucking funny, dog. I bet you won't be strutting that ass. Man, that shit is jamming. I saw that like some shit on Twitter on that because, everybody on Twitter goes crazy about everything. Hold on, let me make sure I'm audible here. But, people on Twitter, they go crazy about everything. And I saw that shit. They play like a little clip of that song. I'm like, man, what is that shit? That shit was jamming. Let me go, man, I feel you. And I'm just like, man, that shit was kind of jamming. I was like, what the hell was going on at first? But I'm like, hey, that got a nice little something to it. You can't take everything too serious. So, shit, it's all good. Yeah, that shit's funny, man. That shit's funny. Oh, man. So I'm ready for these Rockets to get their roll on again. And I was thinking about trying to decide whether or not if after the den to do a live trending Tuesday. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I'm gonna see how that goes. I'm thinking about it. See how well the den plays out. Otherwise, it might just be a late trending Tuesday video. There goes Duck Scout. Man, what's the deal? Hope you also having a terrific Tuesday evening. So I got a question. Did any of y'all vote in the poll I had put on Twitter about the Texans cheerleader versus a power dancer? Which would you prefer to date? I'd just be curious about your opinions on that. Creation. Let this be perfect. Man, see, Danny ain't gonna ever let me live that down till I do another prediction video. Danny's not gonna let me live that down. I'm gonna do a prediction video as soon as the season ends on how we gonna be 19-0. You would go at the cheerleader. Man, I stepped out for a little bit the other day and I fooled around and forgot I had it on my phone. I might get out here in a little while. The cold is just a deterrent for me, but I need to get over that shit because I've been on some shit this December. I don't know what the fuck is going just a little crazy here right here, man. Fuck that shit. That shit looking all fucking. That's what happens when you just be lazy with the shit. Yeah, because I've been doing this shit all December, just taking cold showers, starting my day off with cold ass showers, man. YouTube can be on some whole shit, man. And so, like, man, it definitely starts your day off in a different mindset. That first time you're like, I don't want to get in that shit. But once you just get into that shit, it just kind of sets your mind in a good. It sets you in a good frame of mind for the day. Okay. Are we getting the conversation started? I want to let me before I forget. So, this is, man, I just recently started back fucking with, like I say, with technology and shit again like I used to. And it's the shit that shit that's out these days. It blows my mind. So I have an interest. I mean, I'm just curious. So why would someone say what would be your preference in a power dancer? The person who said cheerleader, I think this guy said cheerleader. What would be your preference in a cheerleader versus a power dancer? Like, is there a perspective like I said, I know back in high school we used to have some shit like, you had the cheerleaders and then we had like some other little secondary core of dancers or something. They weren't quite really cheerleaders, but they did like some marching formation shit, and I haven't watched Urinate Tree yet. And so, I mean, I guess they didn't have the same prestige as a cheerleader. Is that the thing about it? I'm just curious. I mean, I have no idea. I know a lot of them, both them motherfuckers do a whole bunch of fucking dancing. It just seems to me like power dancers got a little bit more ass. The Texas cheerleaders don't ever seem to have no ass to me. I mean, like, I have not done a cheerleader survey league wide, but I'm sure there's a standard that's been set there, and they just don't have a lot of ass. I like a little junk in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, you got a bunch of crazy topics. Shit, Sticky probably ended up fucking around beating me on the mat. I don't really fuck with the mat like that. I was gonna get it to fuck with it, but I definitely have been slacking on that. Maybe Sticky could play Shaq Kush. Shaq Kush loves the Madden. Man, look, hey, whenever you're ready for the one-on-one, Ducks gotta let me know, man. We can make that shake. Yo, Keenan, what's the motherfucking deal? I saw that shit about the little kid, man. I don't really care that much about it. Because see, what people do is they like make these comparisons, because everybody's talking about him, the racist kid, he only knows what he's been taught, man. Like I said, you're mostly a product of your environment, but you can alter your environment once you become aware of things. So, that's not always a good excuse, but he's a young kid. He don't know no better. And I'm not justifying it, because like I said, if he's racist, then he learned it from his family. I haven't seen anything saying that I heard there's supposed to be a video of it. I haven't seen it. I don't, I'm saying, like I say, show me the proof and I'll jump with it. So I'm not going to just go with a bunch of hearsay, because I know how shit can get these days. Motherfuckers will tell you some shit. You get to believe in some bullshit that it just does not exist. So if you got the link to the video, man, let me know about that. I'll check it out. But if she finessed it into a lick, cool. It is what it is. Somebody had said, they were comparing it to the little girl. There was a little girl who committed suicide. Hold on, let me get on my level before I start talking real crazy around here. And the thing is, like I say, is that the little girl that killed herself, I feel like there's just more to that story, man. Like, I'm all with, if somebody's bullying you, teach your kid to fight back, man. Because running and telling and all that shit ain't gonna last, dog. It's grown-ups talking about they motherfuckers getting bullied, dog. They don't make fucking sense. You're grown. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. But I mean, I'm all about teaching the kids to fight back, man. That's the only way you're gonna get a motherfucker up off you. You handle that first motherfucker real properly. You handle that first one properly, all the motherfuckers will know not to fuck with you, and you ain't gonna have problems. But if you continually be a bully, you're gonna be running and looking for somebody to help you for your whole fucking life, until it's gonna get to a point where there's nobody there to help you, and you're gonna have to deal with that fucking problem head on. And the fact that you've never had the experience of doing such a thing, that's why people go crazy, lose their minds and shit. And I think, you teach kids at a young age to confront them problems. You tell them, hey, look, if that motherfucking kid fucking with you, knock their motherfucking ass out. Tell them, fuck with the school field. You are the ultimate authority. Fuck that school. And if you get suspended a couple of days, oh well, when you come back, you'll be legendary, because motherfuckers will be like, oh, they whooped such and such ass and they ain't been here for days. They ain't gonna do nothing but spread rumors about you, and it's gonna spread your little legacy, and people won't fuck with you. I guarantee it. I'm telling you, that's the shit to do. But man, that's just my opinion. I know some people are nonviolent. Shit, I say, man, fucking eye for eye, man. That shit, motherfucker gonna try to pick on you, let them know you're not one to be picked on, man. And I guarantee they'll get up off your ass. They'll find somebody else. They'll find somebody they think is defenseless to fuck with. They're not gonna fuck with a motherfucker that's gonna fight back, or fucking end up whooping their ass. So I think you need to teach children or people, all of them, people need to know how to defend themselves, man. So you say the cheerleader, because the standard of NFL cheerleaders gets you more credit than an NBA power dancer. Suicide is for the weak. I mean, some people just don't know how to deal. I think, like I say, when you're not presented with any more options, and that's why I say people aren't shown enough options. People don't have enough belief in themselves. The low self-esteem is a real thing. A lack of understanding is a real thing. You got a lot of kids nowadays who have been raised by fucking devices. You know what I'm saying? Not parents. You know, the parents on the damn devices telling the kids get out of my face, and they putting a device in the kid's face, not knowing what the fucking kid doing. You know what I'm saying? How does a 10-year-old hang themselves? What kind of level do you have to be on? Like, one, you know, being that young and worried about suicide and worried about social media, I think that's ridiculous, dog. You motherfuckers got to teach their kids social media ain't that shit. The motherfuckers, you know, you can make friends, but you have to only trust people so far, dog. You have to teach kids that shit. All this fucking hunky-dory, happy, friendly friend Barney shit. It's not real, man. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to teach kids this, because people have to realize we're growing up in a day and age where back in my day, I had to work hard to get the bad information. If I wanted to know how to, you know what I'm saying, learn some new moves, I had to fucking find a flick on a VHS, had to rewind that bitch. You know what I'm saying? VCR making all kind of noise and shit. Now motherfuckers can hit the Pornhub on their phone, X videos on their phone. They can learn anything they want to know. And you putting this shit in the power of this shit in the hands of a fucking 8, 9, 10-year-old, of course they're going to be on another fucking level. They're going to be doing some far gone shit. These kids nowadays are fucking wild, man. And the parents don't know how to control them because they ain't never spent no time with their motherfucking ass. I'm not with that shit. I'm with the long arm of the law, lay down to justice. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that hammer of justice ain't no joke, man. What's up, Wise? What's the motherfucking deal? Balloons are mad annoying. Yeah, balloons can be annoying to the bitch. Dr. Pepper was from Texas. I didn't know that. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's a good point. Say bullets are like a balloon. Man, they said, man, I love the legs and ass on the power dancer. Also, the dancers is the less hot chicks who want to be cheerleaders. They gonna go hard in the sack. Yeah, you lie. They got to feel like they trying to reach that next plateau. They'll do some things. See, you might have to talk some things out of a cheerleader, because they'll feel a certain way about themselves that a power dancer gonna do off the rip, and she gonna be with them shits. Like I say, my personal preference, I think, is probably a power dancer too, though. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But that's what I say. I think this shit is crazy now, man. Like I say, these days, like, you need to know if your child is mature enough to be on shit. It's a reason they be saying you need to be 13 and up to be on some of this shit. Some of these motherfuckers, like I say, put a phone in a 2-year-old's face, and they just all they know, man. And wonder why people grow up disconnected. You know what I mean? And it's fucked up, man. Like, it's crazy, man. I see it firsthand. I mean, it's just, it's wild. Like, I'd hate to see what happens 10, 15 years from now. Shit. No, I never really played that knuckle shit. I was never really with that knuckle shit. Every now and then. I played a couple of times, but I wasn't just really with all that shit. Man, I heard them cheerleaders don't make no money, dog. I heard them motherfuckers get, like, no bread. Like, they were almost finna try to, I don't want to say if it was the Texans cheerleaders, but I think they were, like, trying to halfway hold a little protest or some shit. Like, they were getting, like, no money, dog. Like, maybe like a 2-digit check a game type off the wall. So I don't think it was that much, that low. I hope it wasn't, but I mean, they weren't getting a lot of money. I'm trying to remember. 8 hours, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know it's something like minimum wage type, close to shit. They just do that shit for the love of the game. So I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'm thinking, I don't know, because if y'all seen that shit, because I was looking for the Rockets game the other day, and they had like that power dancer challenge shit on it. I watched about a whole minute and 14 seconds of that shit. They had them bitches out at the fucking park. And had them fucking working out, had them on some old boot camp shit. And they was hoeing they motherfucking ass. You can't get right. You don't know what the fucking, can't follow the damn instructions. Man, Christmas Day, we're gonna get a lump of coal from the Texans, and we're gonna get. I don't know. I don't even know what you would describe. The Rockets are go. They're gonna handle okay. OKC is finna fucking implode, dog. Like, but here's the thing: is like now you see experts are saying shit that we've been saying since before the beginning of the fucking NBA season. The shit we've been saying when we got the Chris Paul trade. You know what I'm saying? Now these experts are saying, and now these NFL execs really believe that the Rockets have a chance of doing it. Of course the Rockets did. We said this at the beginning of the year, that the way the Rockets are playing ball, are going to play ball with this addition, because James Harden's already going to ball. Now, you're not going to detract from that. It'd be an attractive landing spot. Did I think they were going to be as good as they were right now? Shit. Yeah, shit. They can send him to the Cavs. He might stay there for, the rest of the season, and LeBron stay there for the rest of the season, and they going to fucking, that's going to be it for them. Because I don't see LeBron staying with the Cavs long term. I don't know. I just don't see it. Like, I think he went back there. He did what he had to do. But he got to cement that legacy. He got to get another one before it's all said and done. And the wise thing is to make the right move. I don't think George is worth it. I would not dismantle this team for anybody probably but LeBron. That's the only logical move that, I could see. Because right now, you're number one in the West, dog. What else can you ask for? The East is a joke. We're better than the Celtics. I'm not even worried about that. I'm not even worried about the Celtics. Like, that's not even a comparison, dog. But what I'm saying is that, you're gonna have to realize this is James' team. You know what I'm saying? He all that barking and bitching and shit. You know what I'm saying? CP3 can get away with that shit because he coming in, he dibbing and dabbing, but LeBron gonna be on some type of other shit. Hey, he can sit his ass in Cleveland shit. Shit, that's what I'm saying. That's really all they have to do is CP3 and LeBron could just chill, let Harden do his thing all regular season, and then activate in the fucking postseason. Wonder Twins activate and fucking ball out, and then that's it. That would be a wrap. You know what I'm saying? But we don't even want y'all to do shit. We want y'all to sit down, let Harden get his MVPs and shit, and then y'all activate. You know what I'm saying? What's the motherfucking deal? Third Coast Sports in the house. Man, I'm telling y'all, man. Remember when he had the crap? I remember that shit. Man, tell you that shit there was interesting, but there were some interesting prospects on that power dancer competition thing. That dude CP3 is playing ridiculous. Harden dropped 17 fucking assists last game. The motherfucker had 14 assists, like 14 assists in a fucking half. That dude is ridiculous, dog. That dude is on another level. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Definitely. Man, that dude, another world, man. Shit, I don't even know what it is. I don't even ask him what it is. I just know that should be some ooh-wee. Yeah, it's had 6 steals. Motherfucker was playing defense on Cousins, dog. Like, it's just off the wall. Harden, LeBron, I don't know. I didn't know if they had an issue. I didn't know if they had beef. You know how LeBron be on some old whoop-de-whoop shit. They gotta understand, it's Harden City right now. You're a guest. You know what I'm saying? We'll allow you to come ride the rocket that Houston built. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But as I carry on, that dude Harden was balling, dog. I had to get off the stream. I missed most of it. I ended up watching the replay, dog. That motherfucker there is. Yeah. Fucking weeding. Yeah, that's exactly, man. If you don't watch the motherfucker, if you're not watching the Rockets, dog, you're going to say some of that same shit that everybody says. Because, of course, you can find 1 or 2 plays where, he'll let somebody go by, you know what I'm saying? Especially when he got a few fouls. But motherfuckers act like he don't really be out there playing defense. Like he just really be out there slacking. Like, you're not You're not getting these play. They have Capella ranked 7th. I'm telling you, Capella balling like that's another thing. I hear a bunch of people talking about DeAndre Jordan, man. No sir. Like I know DeAndre Jordan from the city, but I would have to disagree with that. Capella's only getting better, dog. He's only gonna get better and better. And the more time that he has with Akeem, it's gonna be over, man. That's it. Oh yeah, when LeBron first fucked with Hakeem Olajuwon, that boy game changed. Like it was over with. It was over with. Might have died. Like man, damn. I forgot how good that Catalactica was jamming, man. I gotta put that bitch back in a rotate. But let me put the Kush DM playlist on. That'll work. Man, that dude DeAndre Hopkins is ridiculous, dog. Ridiculous. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, here's the thing, man. Imagine what would happen with a full season of Watson and Hopkins. That dude Hopkins might be up there challenging the record. He might be damn near about to get the TD record. Like, yeah, you got motherfuckers trying to show love now because what he's doing is ridiculous, dog. And they finally acknowledge it, man. Look who's throwing him the ball. You know, you gotta talk about him now. But see, here's my thing is, motherfuckers are now saying the shit that we've been saying. That motherfuckers in the city been saying now, motherfuckers, oh, well, you know, Hopkins is, yeah. Man, we've been saying this shit for years, dog. Look who's been throwing him the ball. Look who's been throwing him the ball. And then look who's been throwing them other dudes the ball. I've been saying this shit for years. And now that's the media wants to start acknowledging the dude is a beast, dog. Dude is Hopkins is hands down the best receiver in the league, dog. I don't, y'all motherfuckers say AB all you want to. Motherfuckers talk about Julio. That motherfucker, well, he only got a couple of touchdowns this season. I don't even think he got a whole, I don't even think he's been balling like that. It's ridiculous what Hopkins is doing, dog, with nothing. And then, like I said, half the time, you know what I'm saying, you talking about AB when he got Juju, Martavis, he got a talent all around him. He got fucking Le'Veon, he got all these other motherfucking guys around him. All of our talent then fell off or is on IR. The number one threat is DeAndre Hopkins, you know what I'm saying? He's where all the attention goes at all times. Man, man, I'm just saying, dog, that shit is, could you imagine? We could have put up and easily handled another Tennessee. Like, I'm just saying, it's just some games that we would have handled the Rams easily, dog. I mean, it's just a lot of shit, dog. It's just when the offense can't move the ball and your defense isn't just great. You know, on short spans of time, our defense is good. But if they can stay off the field, be fresh when they come on, they can make plays. But when they on that motherfucker for extended periods of time, then you go 3 and out, they right back on the fucking field. Them motherfuckers ain't worth the fuck, dog. And Watson's a guy that, you know, extends plays, extends drives, man. So motherfuckers got a time to get a breather. Motherfucker get a chance to stay fresh. Man. So, I'm just saying. 7%. He could do that shit with Watson. Shit, yeah, he could do that. Man, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, these motherfuckers are playing with Hall of Fame quarterbacks who have done this with all types of receivers. You just happen to come along and work well with it. This dude Hopkins has had dumpster juice, dog. He just had a cup full of juice, dog. Just the worst juice you can get. It's just fresh out the dumpster, dog. This. You know what I'm saying? That shit so far in the corner, like when they dump that shit, you know what I'm saying? They don't even drain all the way out when they, you know, use the machine to dump the fucking truck. You know what I'm saying? They even turn it all the way up, but it's just so far in there, they don't even have time to get out. They turn that bitch back over. So it's just stuck in the corner. That juice, the juice that just is just, that's the dumpster juice type of quarterbacks he's been dealing with. Well, except for them couple of them on the Brown, they might be a little bit worse. Those Brown guys might have been just a little bit worse. So I mean, and that's not Homer talk right there. That's anybody who's really paying attention to DeAndre Hopkins. I like, and what we're saying is, look at what they're doing to him, how they're playing him. The calls, they just not giving. I mean, obvious shit. Because he's making plays on motherfuckers even when they fucking holding on him. They fucking PI. I mean, it's just it doesn't matter. All that shit is irrelevant, dog. It's just about if the quarterback can place the ball in a catchable spot. If it's not in a catchable spot, that's the only, because he's going to catch the ball, but it just may be out of bounds. But if it's physically possible to catch that bitch, in bounds, DeAndre Hopkins is going to catch that motherfucker, dog. No, like I'm saying, like, motherfuckers got to give DeAndre his props, man. Dude is underrated, low key the best receiver in the game, and motherfuckers just don't give him no love because that's what the media. That's the power of the media right there, man. That's the media influence. Even the statisticians who's supposed to be on top of this type of shit, they influenced by, like I say, that bullshit, man. I mean, the numbers don't lie. Look at, I mean, just come on, man. Let me go old school. Let me see what's going down. Let me jam something from the city. Hold on. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. You see the stadium empty, motherfucking me. Trust me, I've noticed a significant difference. When you could talk about Deshaun Watson, views were way up. Now you're not talking about him. Shit, don't nobody want to watch nothing Texans or nothing like that. And so I mean, shit, it is what it is. I see that shit across the board. I just look at numbers. I look at, you know what I'm saying? I watch a bunch of different shit, and I see like people don't care about the Texas shit no more. Yeah, I think he in the lead, something like that. Man, them what was them little color rush ones? They was kind of cool, man. Yeah, we need a new look. Yeah, we need to freshen it up. I think, man, look, that's what we need to do. I think I have to write one. We're gonna have to start a petition for the Texans to get some new fucking uniforms, man. And exactly that way we trying to shed this whole old personality. We trying to shed this whole old identity, that early 2000 shit, and we turning over a new leaf. We got a new QB. This is a new squad. This is a new style. I'm telling you, look, we got to get together, man. Look, we got to make that shit start happening right now. Say like we got to get 100,000 signatures. I think we can make it happen. No, it's spinning fast. Do not go while they own it. But see, the only thing about that is, you know, when you present somebody with an issue, you have to have a solution. So that's the best. Shoot it to me. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You have to have a solution. So if we're going to get rid of it, we say, okay, well, the uniforms that you have, they're a problem. Well, how do we resolve this? Because you can't, you see what happens when you remove things and don't have a solution to fill that void, chaos. So we need to figure out, what it would take for us to make that happen. Because uniforms don't take that long. They make the motherfuckers like in the back of a stage and shit. So it wouldn't take them no time to redesign some shit. I got an idea. want y'all to remember where this began. That year was 17 was awful. That shit should have been illegal. And if you want a match, it's sweet, but I think we can compromise. Port smoking that noise. Don't dissenter. Yeah, that shit's ridiculous. That dude, I don't understand. How can you not connect with DeAndre Hopkins? I don't know. But you see that he's become in a year, he had bounced to 3 different teams and shit. In the year 2017, he was a Texan, a Bronco, and a Brown. Or Brown and a Bronco. So, but what has happened is the curse of the Brock. That's what it is. I said his name. Yeah, I said it. That's why the Browns couldn't win. That's why we couldn't win. I'm gonna try to find some type of correlation to make it make sense. It was. I mean, he put some bad juju on us before he left, man. All right, that's a BET. Man. Made it a habit. Man, yeah, them hoes will be thrown. I think the horns would make them hoes look super throw. Let me see how I can do this. No. I don't want to do none of that. Oh, tripping. Tripping with myself. Match is sweet. Well, I think we can compromise. To another mention, please light up that there. Just a second, folks. I'm gonna share these. Yeah, whatever. I fucking. I'm pretty sure there was a way to do that much more conveniently. But fuck it. Let me get my email for myself. All right, let's see something. shit. All right, let's see. All right, so that'll be one of them. And then you got this one here. I think it might be third. I like the fucking the helmets with the majigger. I think them hoes would be pretty thorough. Yeah, you can't be clicking all these buttons and screens and shit and be lit. Look like, what the fuck? Man, that dude Tom Brady reversed the Madden curse upon the entire league. I don't even know. But we got to figure out something, man. We gotta come up with a solution for a situation. A solution for that situation, man. Cause we just gotta change the identity. We gotta switch it up. I think that's a good idea. I don't even know what this fucking commercial is about, but yeah. Shit. Oh yeah, Fitz Will's in there, bitch. I forgot about that. OBJ shit was just late. Shit. Some of them others, they had just some long-term effects. I get high. All right. So let's find an interesting convo to cracking my knuckles and shit. That's probably not good, but I do that shit anyway. Let's find some interesting convo to dive into here. Y'all know what I'm finna do. I'm finna pull out the wheel. Man, Styles P was underrated, man. Not a dude I just really wanted to probably listen to a whole album of. But he was all right, you know what I'm saying? He had a couple of little songs that was jamming, man. But yeah, I don't think I would want to listen to his shit for a long term type situation. It wasn't that good. High on your memory, high on your memory. Man. Yeah, it was going on. I guess the new platforms and changed it up. Man, postseason, man, my thing is, I think that I don't want to be doing no fucking LL Cool J shit. Fucking shit. I had to do that. But my thing is, they need to go ahead. EA needs to go ahead and be fair, man. Be fair to the consumer. Go ahead and let somebody else get a crack at making the NFL game, man. That way it can show you where you need to step. I think that's what makes the market, the market makes things better. So, I mean, if EA would say, okay, cool, we're going to allow some competition. Of course you're not. You know what I mean? It's not like it's just going to be a price. If you had that on lock, why would you do that? I don't blame you. But if there was some way that, competition was allowed in the situation, competitors may see something different, and that's just something you could possibly implement, but put your own little twist on into a game and maybe make the game that much better. Because I think when you got a type of a singular group and you're just working on this one linear thing, you're just not really, really trying to do anything too different. Adding on a storyline. I mean, it's like, to me, that smells like desperation. What else? What else are you gonna do? I mean, a storyline. What's next? What's going on next year? You know what I'm saying? What's the motherfucking Brady gonna get took out in the playoffs? Knock on wood. But man, yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like 2K was thrown. I mean, and the thing is, like, even now, a lot of people not fucking with 2K because they say 2K putting out a bullshit game. A lot of people fucking with Live. I think shit, man. Competition is good, man. That other shit, I don't know. Man. It's just that you got all these developers, man, and they just making. I mean, they did all that microtransaction shit and all that other extra shit. It's cool, whatever. Every now and then I'll fuck with something, but you don't want to make that shit happen. Motherfuckers be getting into tripping with that shit. But I'm just saying, what happened to fucking making whole fucking games, man? You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to making a whole fucking game? Hey, you give me 60, 70, 80 bucks, whatever. And here's a game. Hope you enjoy it. You know what I mean? Here, you can play online and not have to do any extra paying anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not saying that games aren't good, but the days of good, just honest game, and it seems like they're dwindling down. There's still a few companies that don't do that shit. There's still a few companies that give you a game, but you're just like, man, what's the motherfucking deal? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Dreamcast 2K, you couldn't fuck with the fuck that shit up, man. That motherfucker was the shit, dog. But I mean, you got that. That's what I say. I don't understand what happened in that whole process. Why that took place. Like, it's a generation of kids who don't even give a fuck about the NFL. All they give a fuck about is Madden. They don't give a fuck about real football. Man, I thought they tried to do a golden eye on like the last gen system, but I don't think it really took off. I think if they would honestly bring back GoldenEye, just GoldenEye. Don't try to do no over extra shit with that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to modernize it with flying super jumps and shit. Like, make that bitch GoldenEye. Progress like you had to progress in GoldenEye. Maybe the main story, you add some shit to the main story, you make that bitch super throwed. But you do GoldenEye, you do some levels, and you promote that motherfucker properly. You're going to have people coming out from all, you're going to have motherfuckers who don't game anymore, going to fuck around and go out and buy stuff. If you promoted GoldenEye properly, I think it would almost be worth doing a complete GoldenEye movie remake just to re-release that game. That's how throwed GoldenEye was. Like, GoldenEye was the introduction to first-person shooters for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So shit. I'm just saying, yeah, if we could go into throwback gaming, man. Let me see what else. What else was a motherfucking throwed ass game that they could hook up? Nintendo had some games that would be throwed that you could probably improve, but Nintendo just went the super friendly route. You know what I'm saying? Sega stopped making fucking systems, and I don't know what the fuck is going on with Sonic right now. I'm trying to think what else was thrown. Man, they doing some shit with Street Fighter. They're bringing back like all the old school Street Fighters, and they're making it like one big edition, and they making it, you know, basically like from the old school tournament, the old school regular Street Fighter, even the original Street Fighter, not Street Fighter 2, but the original Street Fighter. That's just some throwback shit. Most motherfuckers never even played that, huh? Street Fighter 2 was revolutionary, though. Street Fighter 2 was the game changer. Street Fighter 2 that motherfucker has to be up there with the most quarters an arcade game has consumed, man. Like, I remember that bitch used to be in the barbershop, dog. So, yeah, so you could just. I wish Sega would kept making systems, dog. I wish Sega would just bounce back with some shit out of nowhere. Just pull a Christmas kick, though. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't finna happen. man, man. Man, you know they brought Killer Instinct back for the Xbox, but it's like that shit is on some of that pay to play shit. Like you can get the game for free, but you just have to pay for the characters you want to fight with. So it's like you might as well just buy the game. You know what I'm saying? I think they have some shit where you can buy it. You know what I'm saying? To get everybody or whatever. But man, you might as well just buy the game. What's the point? It's like you can play as one character for free. I think every week or some shit like that. Man. I haven't played none of the new Mortal Kombats, but Mortal Kombat was thrown. We already talked about, man, I'm trying to think, man. What was some good shit? The new Halos ain't the same. They started doing some other shit with the fucking Halos. I don't know what they own now. Man, what was a good game that could use a remake? I'm sitting there thinking, because I'm not playing too many damn video games when the motherfucker was young. Yeah, Tekken was shit. Tekken was thrown. Yeah, the original Halo, man. I fucked around, locked myself in a room fucking with that original Halo, man. Had the fucking speakers up. I was in my own little world, man. Yeah, if them motherfuckers, they have to do GoldenEye. But like I said, I think they did a GoldenEye, but that bitch just didn't. They didn't go off, but they fucking didn't. They didn't promote that bitch. Like nobody knew about that motherfucker. But I think if they redid that hoe and really put some effort into that bitch and really said, okay, we gonna promote this fucking GoldenEye. We gonna put some commercials. If they did a GoldenEye and promoted that bitch just like they did, just like they do, like a Call of Duty or some shit like that, really put some money back into a campaign, some contra will be thrown. Fucking NBA Street was thrown. NBA Street was the shit. That motherfucker there was that motherfucker was fun in a bitch, man. Shit, NFL Street was off the wall too. Streets of Man. If they remade Streets of Rage, if they remade some of them beat 'em ups like they used to have, see that's what Sega used to have, some throw ass, them old little walk down the street beat 'em up motherfucking games, Streets of Rage, Final Fight, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think they redid some of them Shinobis and Ninja Gaidens and shit. I remember Ninja Gaiden for the original Xbox. Why? Let's talk about that. Why don't they have NFL Blitz anymore? I think they got a new Marvel vs. Capcom. I was trying to look at that shit the other day. Man, hey, see there, your third coach. Me and Shaq Kush was talking about that shit the other day. See, on the original Xbox, they used to have it on the Xbox Live shit. And I remember I bought that hoe, but I went back to go check on that bitch. They don't have it anymore. Cause man, if they had that bitch, they could just bring back the regular game. And if they had it where you could play that bitch on fucking on Xbox, I'd fucking play that bitch, dog. That motherfucker me. Why don't they have any new fight nights? What's up with that? We need some new fight nights, man. So Miami Vice, Vice City was thrown. Man, all the Ninja Turtles, man. Ninja Turtles was thrown. Ninja Turtles had to throw a little series. Who else had a good one? Who else had to throw a little series? Man. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm lit. I can't remember shit. I'm all under pressure, under the spotlights and shit. Yeah, Friday night was thrown. One second. Let's have to turn back today. I don't know what that shit. Don't tell me that shit. Man. See, I never played the Jack and Dexter. Like I said, I never really played that. I never really played like Tomb Raider. I played one of them new ones. One of them new ones, that bitch was thrown actually. trying to think of what else, man. What else used to go hard? A game that I would remake today. Man, Double Dragon was the shit. Y'all ever fuck with them Battletoads? Battletoad was the shit too, man. I think Battletoads were slept on, but them motherfuckers used to go hard, man. Hey, what do we have to do to bring that shit back? Get some rap niggas fighting. A rap nigga fighting video game right now would be a #1 fucking seller. But see, everybody independent with these labels. It wouldn't be Def Jam. Not especially with Russell Simmons just not catching that case and shit. Nobody want to be fucking with Def Jam. But if they could find a way to do that shit and just every couple of weeks add new playable characters and shit like that, man, it would be game over. That bitch, if they like really made a good fighting game out of that bitch, it would be over with. It would be done. NBA Jam was a throwed ass game. I want to say they did some type of little remake, but it's not quite like the same game. NBA Hang Time was thrown too. I don't know if y'all remember that shit. NBA Hang Time was the shit, man. But shootout. I'm not sure, but what about Arch Rivals, man? Man, they need to bring back Arch Rivals. Arch Rivals was the shit, man. That motherfucker be punching motherfuckers and shit. Double dribble. That's way too throwback. But Arch Rivals was thrown. Man, yeah, that hoe was thrown too. Man, I don't know if y'all ever played that other one. Bloody Roar, where the motherfuckers be fighting and turning into damn animals and shit. That shit was kind of thrown. The motherfucker be on some other shit. Like, get your lighters, whatever the fuck. God damn. Man, I'm trying to think, man. It was some other shit that was, I feel like I'm missing something, dog. It's just something that's like I know it's something there that I'm overlooking. Turok, man, Turok. I couldn't all the way get into Turok, but motherfuckers used to love some Turok, man. That WCW though, that WCW. I'm trying to fuck with one of the little new ones I know on the Xbox. It's got like WWF 16 on that bitch or something like that. So I've been fucking with that bitch a little bit, but I'm trying to play against the computer and shit. I'm trying to I'm trying to fucking relive some old fucking Hulk Hogan versus The Rock matches and shit. I done fucking got in a table, ladder, and chair match and fucking, I'm thinking I'm winning the motherfucking fight. I get my ass knocked out the ring. I can't get up. That motherfucker get up there and take the fucking briefcase and shit. You know what I mean? I was like, God damn. They just redid Crash Bandicoot. I just heard something about Crash Bandicoot, man. But yeah, so that new shit now, that new shit be looking real as hell, but it ain't the same thing. It ain't the same as that shit was on Nintendo 64. Nintendo 64, man, motherfuckers used to have some fucked up controllers fucking with that shit. Controller be all lopsided and shit. That hoe get loose, it was over with. Like, they were innovative with the little 360 controller shit, but the motherfuckers did not think long term. Or maybe they did think long term and just wanted your ass to buy some more fucking controllers and shit. Man, I'm telling you, man, Powerbomb would have a motherfucker out of there. Man, I'm telling you what. Motherfucker be mad. He get the fucked up controller, man. Oh man, see, the only reason I lost because you gave me the fucked up controller. I had to go harder on the thing, man. Hell yeah, man. That shit's fucking funny. These kids nowadays don't have to deal with this stuff. We had to go through the hardcore shit. We had to go through the stuff in the cartridges, putting the cartridges on top of cartridges on the Nintendo and shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have to go through that. They ain't used a quarter to keep the motherfucking the little once the spring got fucked up. They ain't used a quarter to hold that bitch down. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to go through these things, man. They ain't have to go through these original game problems. You know what I'm saying? we had to live and learn. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They have to blow in the cartridge and shit. Motherfucker trying to wipe that bitch with alcohol. Nigga, I'm like, nah, don't do that shit. You gonna fuck it up. Man, everybody got an opinion on how to fix that shit. Motherfucker be slapping the cartridge and shit, like slapping the fucking shit, man. That's what I'm saying. You talking about the 3 rings of death, dog. Motherfucking boxes used to be out of there though. The fucking original box and the fucking 360. 360s were just the worst. The motherfuckers were the worst, dog. Man. Man, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, that's some old shit. But a motherfucker will spend a significant amount of time doing whatever it takes to play that motherfucking game, dog. Like, motherfuckers want to get on that game, and these kids nowadays, shit, you just download some shit. They don't have to go through nothing. You don't even have to load a motherfucking, you ain't got to load a game in your shit no more, man. You ain't got to go to the store to go even buy that bitch no more, dog. You motherfuckers too convenient, dog. Like, too much convenience, man. Man, I don't even want to talk about freezing up games and shit, dog. I don't want to talk about the station. You get like a little tiny invisible scratch you can barely see on that bitch. Motherfucking game is done. Can't get nothing on it. You gotta treat that motherfucker like a motherfucking precious diamond and shit. Man, I'm telling you, dog, them 360s were out of there, dog. That's what I'm saying. See, but I can't complain because I enjoy the technology now. I enjoy the journey that has taken place to get to this point. You know, it may never be perfect, especially when you mass producing shit, but it's just a bunch of shit. Anyway, Mystical had another song with this beat. I ain't got too many weed songs to the same damn beat. Man, I'm telling you, though, it's just. I feel like the 30s right now, if you like in your 30s right now, I think you caught the best end of it. Like, I would say like between 35 and like 28, 29, maybe 27 stretching, maybe like 27 to 35. You caught a good time because you were kind of in that era where you knew about real technology. Well, not say real technology. I mean, you knew about like hard lines. Everything wasn't wireless. You might have had a cordless phone. You was on that bitch using 3-way and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? You had to go through some things to make phone calls, long distance. You know what I'm saying? 10, 10, 3, 2, 1, making collect calls, that type of shit. You know what I mean? You talking about from that to get into, like I say, the fucking little Nokia phones with the fucking pop-off faces and shit, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers having I had the little Verizon flip phone, the little clamshell, thought I was the shit with the little metal clamshell, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers having the Nextels and shit like that. You go from that. I don't even know where that came from. I think somebody might have subscribed to I don't know. The sound came from a random error. So somebody might have just subscribed to Saw Sports. I'm lit. Lost track. Anyway, so I'm saying that now where everything is like touchscreen and it is just like, I mean, it's been a lot of shit has changed from the fucking big fucking fat back fucking TVs, dog, that literally people have probably filed hundreds of thousands of injury claims trying to pick these motherfuckers up, dog. I'm telling you, to fucking TVs now that are twice as big that you can fucking, you know what I'm saying, you can easily carry with yourself if you can, you know what I'm saying, properly grip that hoe. It's just, and the technology gets better, it gets thinner, it gets smaller, it gets faster. I mean, it's an amazing thing to see, to have seen this whole transition, because you got kids nowadays who believe the internet has always been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't realize there was a time when no, this wasn't shaking. Like, we knew about that time. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was thrown. Um, it's good to know what it's like without it, because I think that helps you appreciate it more having it. I think you have a generation of motherfuckers who just never been without it, and they don't know how to deal with it. Like, the motherfuckers will get to tripping. Man. Excuse me, shit. Oh, man. I must have some lost smoke up in that bitch. Payphone. Now, if you see a payphone, look, if you see a payphone these days, run away from that bitch and run as far as you can, dog. Don't say nothing near that fucking phone. Because for whatever you say on that motherfucker, you might as well go ahead and broadcast that shit on Facebook. Oh, man. Man. Dog, remember the big screen? We had to need some wheels to fucking move them hoes, dog. Man, them fucking big ass old school, big ass TV, projection screen TVs, dog. But them hoes still cool to play games on. I ain't gonna lie, them hoes be fun looking. They just look cool because they so fucking big, but that shit is ridiculous, man. That shit is the way technology has changed, man. Like, it's way more convenient. Because I mean, look how much more room you save to back in the day to have a fucking 60-inch television. How big and wide and fucking much space that bitch is gonna take up. Nowadays, that bitch is this big, man. You know what I'm saying? That fucking big. It's just gonna be on the wall. You can walk by that bitch. It protrudes about an inch and a half, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Man. I'd say, you know, fuck with the wife shit for a decade, but damn near. Which one? But the Wire, oh man, yeah. Yeah, the Wire was though. I was saying the Wire, okay, I'm getting man, I just like rewatched the Wire not that long ago, man. Like, just started rewatching that bitch just because that bitch was a motherfucking, that motherfucker was a great show, dog. The Wire and Breaking Bad, they were neck and neck for me. Outside of that, it's not really that close. Man, it used to go down. I remember watching the motherfucker get ready for, I want to say, who was it, Tyson? Was it Tyson Holyfield? My cousin and my uncle got into it. Them niggas damn near started fighting. The nigga uncle was drunk, acting goofy and shit. Man. Motherfuckers having pay party for the fight. Niggas still do that shit. Motherfuckers still be getting it in with the pay party. Yo, man, just throw a little something on the fight, man. Shit, whatever's clever, man. Like, I'll bring something to drink. But that shit there be cool, though, man. Motherfucking fight parties are but let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you what's missing, man. And I'm gonna tell you who I blame. We're gonna talk about this little shit here for a little while, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. But we're gonna talk about this for a minute, though, because I feel like this is gonna lead to an interesting discussion, and I want to know y'all's opinion. Okay, I want to know. Oh man, it was out of there with a Tyson fight. You ain't got no time. I want to know how y'all feel. Okay. But first, I forgot what I was going to say. And that's what happened when you start reading some other shit. I'm going to come back to it. I don't lost it. Look, I didn't have to go back in the fucking chat. They got lit. I am doing too much listening to the other shit. I was going to say something about motherfuckers having fight. Oh, yeah. Okay. See, that's what it's like. I got to go back in time. And that's what it says. See, that weed, that reefer get you. Shout out to the weed man. I blame. I blame. And I want to know y'all's opinion. Y'all let me know if y'all agree with this or y'all disagree. I blame Puff Daddy for the reason most of society is ruined. Puff Daddy and Mace. Because, see, like, you know, Biggie was on some kind of flashy shit, but he wasn't just overly flashy. He was just a cool nigga. He just could rap. He was a storyteller. You know, Pac was just he was a gangster. That's the image he portrayed. Those were the two primary icons motherfuckers was looking at that time. But once them niggas passed away, here comes Puff Daddy and Mace with money, take that, making it rain. Everything became about money. Like, it's like almost like house parties started dying off. Motherfuckers used to throw house parties, dog. House parties don't go down like they used to. House parties used to be cool. It used to go down. Motherfuckers used to drink. Motherfuckers used to have a good time, dog. Ain't wasn't nobody tripping. But now motherfuckers don't even do that shit no more. Motherfuckers don't socialize like that to have house parties anymore, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Because he changed the whole music scene. Everything became about money, making it rain. Money. It is this, and this. Shiny suits and dancing and this. Like, the game wasn't all about money. It was about real shit. Before Puff Daddy was the next big artist. Puff Daddy and Mace had like a little run, dog. Like, and so people were vibing with that shit. And he changed it into some super flashy shit. And so niggas was still trying to be hard, but being flashy, dog. Like, it got away from motherfuckers talking about real shit that was going on to motherfuckers talking about bullshit and fashion and just some more off the wall shit. And people was cool with that shit, man. I'm telling you, hey. That jumpsuit, Joe Batista, what's the deal, baby? You know what I'm saying? House party. I'm telling you, man, like, I blame Puff Daddy. We're talking about things that have changed. We've gone over the gambit, man. We've talked about how technology's changed, you know, being in a certain age range. How we witnessed, you know, from not having to having. And now we're just talking about some of the things that have changed, some of the most important changes that have taken place since the, you know, just things have changed. So I'm talking about Puff Daddy. Yeah. We just doing a little chat this evening. I was gonna probably drop a late trending Tuesday, a late video this evening. But house parties were thrown, man, because house parties, it wasn't about money. It wasn't about niggas trying to come in here and pressing and making it rain on a bitch. It might be a fight in that motherfucker, but niggas would be cool afterwards, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, niggas don't fight no more. Niggas quick to shoot everything up, dog. Like, motherfuckers don't want to take a L, you know what I'm saying? You might take a black eye. They'd rather take a life sentence than a black eye these days, dog. Man, take that L, man. Square up and take that L, man. That's all it is. You live to fight another day, man. Like, I think motherfuckers got away from that. They started letting. That's why I say a lot of motherfuckers, like, and it's a lack of, like, that's why I say it's good to see families, dog. I'm a strong believer in family, even though, you know, my pops wasn't in the mix for the later years, but, you know, early on I understand the difference of being and not being there, because you got a lot of motherfuckers who are very emotional, dog. And I think you got to have that balance. You got to have that male-female balance to just. And you got a bunch of emotional niggas with guns nowadays. Motherfuckers don't want to take that L, dog. And motherfuckers will be ready to shoot you for their pride. And I mean, I guess it is what it is. And go to jail for life. You know, than catch and square with you. But it is what it is, man. Man. I'm going to tell y'all something. Yes, sir. Please like the stream. Thank you, Wise. I appreciate that. Please like the stream. Do you remember Sega TV or something like that they were trying to push? I think was it on the Sega CD that they were pushing that shit, or the Sega Channel? It was the Sega Channel, something like that. And they were trying to say, oh, you could play with other players, and you could play this game. They were trying to make it some shit like that. Like back in the day, they were trying to get some shit like that going. The shit just never took off. It was just, I guess, a little bit ahead of its time or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Man. But here's my thing. You ain't lying. When you talk about the lights go down at the house party, it's game over, man. It's game over with. It was the game over. At the house parties I went to, it was always some hoes get into some shit. It was always a whole fight. It was a whole fighter too. You know what I'm saying? It was the only thing. I don't really think the niggas was ever really tripping like that. Niggas was always clowning and laughing at the hoes together. But man, I want to say it was on Sega Genesis. I remember it was some shit. It was some Sega Channel shit. Yeah, but it was like way back. Sega Genesis, Sega CD. They even had that Sega 32X shit. They was trying to do too much, man. Virtua Fighter. Oh man, I just seen like a newer Virtua Fighter. And I was looking at a little Xbox store. I'm like, man, that shit bring back memories. Virtua Fighter was thrown though. Virtua Fighter was cool. It just couldn't fuck with Tekken at the time, man. It just wasn't fucking with it. What was another good fighting game? Man, who used to fuck with what was the name of was that Primal Rage with the damn dinosaurs and shit? Man, you not lying about music videos, dog. You really on some real shit there, because here's the thing. Now, when you give motherfuckers access to film anything, you could go do anything. You could be as unique as you want to be with a motherfucking phone camera. But I mean, you get motherfuckers have money, they actually film shit. All motherfuckers want to do is post up in the hood doing the same shit. Like, niggas don't do nothing no more. Motherfuckers like don't have no story to the music, because the music has changed. The music ain't about shit. And so there's no the videos. They can't even really can't even make up a story to go with that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I think shit is just losing substance, man. And it's unfortunate, because it used to be some good damn. Michael Jackson was the king of video. Michael Jackson told a story. Like it was a mini movie. Like if they showed the full Michael Jackson video and not just the music, you know, say what you want, however you may feel about Michael Jackson, man. But the motherfucker was a pervert, but he was a damn good artist. So that motherfucker was cold. Like that motherfucker like made movies. I didn't see his that farewell, that last thing he did. I didn't see that one. But I know, like, man, you think about Smooth Criminal. Yeah, was Moonwalker on DVD? It was something like that. Oh yeah, it was one of them was a DVD. Even the little video game, Moonwalk. He did the moonwalk, dog. You say what you want. He did the moonwalk. I don't care if anybody's ever done it before him. He made the moonwalk the coolest thing you could ever possibly do. You could be shit at everything else in your life, and you could walk into a crowded mall and just start moonwalking for no reason. And 3/5 of that crowd is going to admire you for that, for no other reason. They're like, how that guy can moonwalk. He can probably really dance. That could be the only thing you could ever do. You could just moonwalk all the way off the scene. And people would think, wow, that guy's really cool. He made the moonwalk cool for no reason. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It was a movie and a game? Okay. But I'm telling you, man, I remember the little game on the fucking Sega shit. Michael. Oh, word? From Turbo from Breaker. Man, see, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, that motherfucker made that shit. You was Gucci, man. Now everybody can moonwalk, but I'm saying still people would think it was. They still think it's an admirable thing, man. Like, I guess I ain't hating on it, but it's just the dude Michael. Yeah, it was the greatest. Dog. Motherfuckers would see this dude live and pass out, fucking crying. Like, I remember one of them last performances he did. One of them last few live performances he did. And it was like on TV, dog. Motherfucker was crying, passing out for real, like bawling tears, dog. Man, school he used to go down after the school dance, dog. That's why school dances went hard. That's why I say, man, I wish society just would keep it real. And I wish we would get away from this shit like, you know, these kids don't know what's up. And I think motherfuckers need to start talking with their children at an earlier age instead of trying to hide this shit, because the shit is more and more prevalent, dog. Because I know I was trying to wild out after the school dance. Shit. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2 or 3 times. Shit. You know what I'm saying? It'll get some kind of little action. You know what I mean? And so Oh yeah, we out of there. That's what I say. Motherfuckers, like you gotta really to get out of this whole thing. You gotta really step back and think about your moves, your actions, everything you fucking do, man. Because everything is due to some type of preconditioning for you to move in a certain direction. And I'm not saying like you're pre-programmed to move, but the way all this shit is designed, these advertisements, all these fucking foods and everything. I mean, it's crazy. The more you really start getting into that shit, I mean, I would never say I was just oblivious to the shit, but once I actually started digging into some of the shit and started trying to learn more about some of these things, it is crazy. Man, that's funny. Yeah, already. Super Soakers, dog. Man, just really talk about, remember, Astroworld. Why did they have to? Why? I don't understand why that couldn't have been the most throwed area in Houston. They could have just kept Astroworld and just kind of redid some other shit. Man, and yeah, I heard that. I heard it was a black dude invented the Super Soaker. Excuse me, my bad. Then I don't know, but I went and seen Arnaz J. He came to the city it was a couple of months ago. That shit was he was funny as shit. Like, I forgot how funny that motherfucker dog. I'm not like a cackle ha. Like, me talking on this shit is very out of character. So, you know what I'm saying? I really just don't do a whole lot of talking. Like, I chop it up with a motherfucker, you know, if we start up a conversation, but just naturally just talking and laughing and being all like that in public, I'm not that type of person. Man, this motherfucker had me dying laughing, dog. I'm like talking about cackling. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was funny for real, dog. That dude on SJ was real fucking funny. So, man, this season passed, dog. Who used to be there when that bitch opened? You be right there in the front of the line, man, running, trying to be first in line for the rides you want to get on. Motherfucker used to be on that motherfucker. I remember shit when a nigga was fast, shit. I forgot what ride it was. Damn, I can't remember what the name of that bitch was, but I ran the fucking wrong way. I was like, oh shit, I'm going halfway the wrong way. I came back, cut back, started yamming everybody up. Still ended up first in line in that bitch. And then like my partner, he was a little bit behind, but I brought him on up with me. I'm like, shit, you know, we gotta get the monkey cut action going on. But it was all Astroworld was cool, man. What happened to the shit they supposed to be doing on the north side? There's some shit they supposed to be doing on the north side, or way up a little bit further up north. I don't know if it's supposed to be near Cairo or what, but they supposed to be doing some type of park. You know what I'm saying? Man, the Cyclone was the shit. The Grease Lightning, that was my shit, dog. Grease Lightning was my shit. I don't know why, man. I like that bitch. And then when you get that hoe early, it wasn't really a whole lot of people in line. They just let you get right back on that hoe. That bitch was cool. You said they stole the money for the new parks. Who stole the money? We're gonna have to holler at them motherfuckers. Look, I ain't tripping on them just stealing, but look, niggas want a park, man. Look, niggas ain't trying to slide up to San Antonio just to hit the park. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we want some action down here. It's H time, man. It's supposed to be like you say, splash time, man. We need some more attractions in this bitch. We supposed to be trying to get the Olympics and shit. We supposed to be an international city. You know what I'm saying? We need a motherfucking theme park at the very least. You know what I'm saying? That shit's bullshit, man. But them motherfuckers sitting on a cash cow, though, I can't blame them because they know motherfuckers want the fucking park. Man, Waterworld, the Viper, yeah, hell yeah. Motherfucking me. Man, I can't believe that shit. I want to see them because I thought it was supposed to be open like this year, this summer or some shit. I don't know, maybe next year. Hopefully soon. Motherfucker want to go to the motherfucking theme park and shit. But it is what it is, man. That's some old hoe ass shit. Motherfuckers don't want to build a park shit, man. Man, I got a question. Hey, this is what I'm gonna say before we get up out of here, man. And this is, I'm telling y'all, have y'all heard the Yee Yee song? Have y'all listened to the Yee Yee song? That's the hottest shit in the streets right now. If you ain't jamming the Yee Yee song, y'all ain't on what's in the streets right now, man. Y'all gotta be y'all gotta know what's good in the hood, son. Has anybody heard that shit? The by Homegrown. That shit there. That shit there. I first heard that shit. I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? But that shit, that shit there almost be jamming. Hell no. That shit. Man, that shit there, it was up in New Caney was where they were trying to put it. Oh yeah, they definitely still, New Caney is a journey and a half. Yeah, they motherfucking country as shit, dog. Oh, bring that Chevy my way. That shit is fucking hilarious, dog. That shit is fucking. Oh, you throw your hands up on a roller coaster? Oh, yeah. That shit right there, man. That shit there, yeah, that shit there. You gotta. Your first couple of times, you might not be comfortable, but when you finally do, you just let that shit go. That should be fun in a bitch, dog. I used to be scared because I'd be taller than motherfucker. I feel like my fucking hands finna get tore off or some shit. But man, motherfuckers who had go kart, I used to be jealous. I used to be hating on them motherfuckers. Motherfucker like right across the street used to have a go kart. I used to be mad. But nigga did like that's what I'm man. What's the motherfuckers got to do? Go to a motherfucking one of these little parks or whatever. Gotta find out which one is thrown. I wonder if they got like. I remember when I went to Florida. They had one that was like 2 stories and shit. That bitch was thrown. But I don't know if they got anything like that in Houston. But that shit'll be dope. You be dipping around the hood and then yeah, Funplex was the shit back there. Ain't Funplex still open or something like that? I want to say somebody told me that they kid had like a event at Funplex. Or I don't know if it's still called Funplex, but I want to hear. Somebody told me they kid did something recently. I might be wrong. It might have been like years ago because I don't be listening when people they be talking. I want to say that they did. I don't know. Man, David Buster still go hard, dog. David Buster still go hard. Yee yee. Yee yee. Man, this shit here, this motherfucker shit so fucking. This motherfucker. I'm done, son. I'm done. Buckshot blasting. Man, I be seeing Top Golf. Top Golf. When I be moving around and shit, I be seeing that bitch. But I don't want to go to that bitch drunk because I'll be the nigga that be the fucked around and fell off the top of that motherfucker. Ain't nobody got time for that shit, dog. What kind of safety precautions do they have in place for someone like me who may just happen to stumble too close to the edge and failed to regain his balance. You know what I'm saying? Man, why you ain't fuck with that yee, man? Hillbilly trap music. Man, oh, they got that. Oh, they got a remix. Hold up. They taking full advantage of that shit. What do they call that shit? They call that shit. They call that shit a certain type of rap. My thing is, man, I don't give a fuck. If people want to express themselves, man, let them motherfucking express themselves. It is what it is at this point. If you have the opportunity and you feel like you got it inside you, let it out. Man, express yourself to the motherfucking world, man. So shit. Let's say which one up. I got lost in the gee. But that shit there is just that shit there is wild. Yeah, see, they don't got no rails. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? No rails. That's against safety protocol 1. You know what I'm saying? Safety protocol 1 is rails. So if there's no rails, I won't prevail. If there's no boundary, you never found me. So that means I won't be in the mix. I gotta have some type of border present. Otherwise, you know, it's bad business for everyone involved. You know. So, yeah. No, I'm just bullshit. I don't think I'll be the fell off that hoe, but yeah, it's definitely something to take into consideration. Man, cool cups, the candy lady in the hood, man. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, used to be the lady, she have all the candy, had the cool cups, motherfucking we have pickles and shit. There was a lady, she had like a little small little trailer, like it wasn't even quite like a little trailer. It was just like a little, almost like a booth, looked like a fucking parking booth or something. And she had it how she set up shop. She was about her money. She was on top of that shit. A little fucking store right there in the hood, man. She was getting her money. I ain't mad at her. But the lady that I love the most in the hood, or depending on where you at, because at one point I was staying in the neighborhood, it was primarily Hispanic, and it was an interesting area. It was cool. It wasn't no shit. But the tamale lady is a staple of the Hispanic hood. So if there's not a tamale lady in your neck of the woods, you might not be in a Hispanic neighborhood. I look forward. Frito pie, hell yeah. How to pee up, man. I'm telling you, look, man, it used to be a little spot. They used to hook it up. They put it in a bag. You know what I'm saying? Just drop the chili in the bag, put some other little shit in there, whatever. However, they mix that little shit up and sell that shit. That shit used to be good in a bitch. But Duck Scout, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, we didn't really talk about a whole bunch of shit, but some of the stuff, yeah, you're a young buck. Some of that stuff might be too old for you. It might be before your time. But man, it's just you gotta have a tamale lady. Y'all don't understand. Like if you don't fuck with Mexican food, I don't know what's wrong with you. I mean, not Tex-Mex. I mean, authentic Mexican food. Like, fuck Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex is bullshit. You know what I mean? Once you eat like real Mexican food, like homemade, even an authentic Mexican, Tex-Mex, it becomes trash, dog. Like it's just a disappointing mess. You'll eat it, but you know it's not satisfying your Hispanic hunger. You know what I'm saying? It's not filling the void that you need. But man, some real authentic, some real motherfucking tamales, dog. Still finna talk myself up into some shit, into a craving that I won't be able to satisfy. I have to look around on a Thursday or Friday. That's when I tend to see them around different stores and shit, even in different places when I be around the city. Usually like Thursday or Fridays when you be around certain neighborhoods, you'll see them at the store. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, man. But I love some motherfucking Mexican food. I'm telling you, man, my mom, when she used to have to work, I used to stay with a Hispanic family, and they used to teach me Spanish. Dog. I used to be getting fucking goat milk straight from the goat and shit. You know, some of that type of shit. My mom picked me up after work. I'd be speaking Espanol and shit. And so, man, Ruchi's on, man, I don't think I've never been over there. I don't think I've ever been over there. You should go to make you like for $20 bet. That's what I'm saying. Cause shit, even if you go to these restaurants locally, dog, you get like a huge fucking plate of food for $7-8, dog. Like, I mean, you get a solid meal at a real Mexican restaurant, and this shit don't be that much. You gonna leave that motherfucker full and shit. But I'm not complaining. You know, a lot of people be racist. I don't like it. I love it. That's shit cool to me. Look, I have no problem with it, man. You said Alpine, Texas, and Alpine. Oh, yes, that's what I'm saying. You're right over there. I mean, that's what I say. The further away you get from the border, the worse off it is, man. You know, I think anywhere in Texas, you should be solid as far as Mexican food. I would like to think Colorado, you would be okay, because I haven't really been through Colorado like that. I've been a little bit, but I've heard there's a nice Hispanic population in Colorado. But I think once you start getting further out, I don't know how they're shaking in Oklahoma and shit, all that other stuff. But I think the further away you get, the worse off the Mexican food gets, because I've told y'all before about the situation in South Dakota when I went to a quote-unquote authentic Mexican food restaurant, because of course they couldn't be Tex-Mex, because then I would have had to set that bitch on fire. When I say this is the worst Mexican, a bunch of quotes, I'm quoted all the way down, Mexican food I've ever had in my entire life. If there was some type of, pretty sure I did some type of social media about it at some point in time, but the shit was it was awful, man. And I couldn't even eat. I took like 2 bites of that shit. I'm like, man, this shit is fucking crap, dog. So, New Mexico. I want to say I slid through New Mexico, but that was like when I was in high school or something. Yeah, look, man, I'm telling you, we're going 19-0 next year. I'm gonna dedicate this one. This one is sponsored by Danny, and we're gonna go 19-0. How the Houston Texans will go 19-0 in 2018. It'll be the greatest story ever. Be the greatest video ever posted on YouTube. It'll receive 1 trillion hits, and the world will become Texans fans. And that's how it works. And then we save the franchise by getting new uniforms, and everybody wins. So I think that makes sense. I think that's how it goes. Man, it was a question, and I've been trying to remember it for a minute, because I said I was going to ask what it was before I got off stream. It was something I thought of earlier, and I can't even remember what the fuck it was going to be. But I'm sure eventually I'll think of it again, and when I do, we'll make it shake. Man, I'm telling you. I want to say I saw it. I don't know what the fuck that is. What the fuck is that? fucking eating some wings earlier. I want to say I saw it, but it's I don't remember what it looks like. But like I say, man, they could definitely do with some freshening up that look, man. They could. I don't know. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of things that could be done. But there's a consensus of people out there who really still feel like Bill O'Brien won't be back here next year. And I'm telling you, if that happens, if that takes place, I'm probably going to be highly upset. But I think with the endorsement of Deshaun Watson, I mean, you've had Clowney make a verbal endorsement. You've had a lot of players say a lot of things. And when you see a lot of that type of stuff happening, it makes you concerned, because if it wasn't an issue, I mean, coaches who are not in the hot seat, coaches who are stable in their jobs, you don't hear players talking like that. So the players know things. They hear shit too, more than just what the media may know. They're going to get some inside knowledge. And I think it would be real unfortunate if Bill O'Brien is no longer the head coach of the Texans, because I don't think there's anybody out there that you could get that's going to be qualified to run such a situation unless you go get what's his name himself. And I don't know how that works, you know what I mean? I don't know if he's going to want to leave his nice position that he's in, where he's at, winning championships, or about to be competing for championships with Clemson. So when he can build a legacy in that arena instead of another arena where it's a little bit more difficult to do such a thing. But you got a lot of guys whose dream of is going to the big leagues, going to the big dance, the big boy ball, and trying to coach in the NFL. Who knows, man? I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't think there's any move. You know what I'm saying? Or the uniform, the other ones. What I put with that shit? Oh, yeah, I clicked that button. But, man, so like I said, if O'Brien gets, damn, I forgot how to do that shit. Oh, that's it. I was like, I knew it was a button to push. Doot. Alright. Yeah, that one with the helmet with the thingy thing. And then with these concepts helmets. I think the motherfuckers would be pretty cool. I mean, something, you gotta do something. You gotta freshen it up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. He said if Kush DN gets 200 subs, you'll change your name to 16-0. Okay. Yeah, you talking about going to get Big Swing, going to get Dabo, man. Dabo said if you pass on him, it's like passing on Michael Jordan. All right, I'm gonna have to save this. Matter of fact, hold on, bam. I'm gonna print screen, save this screenshot. So Daddy said that if the Kush DN gets 200 subs, he's gonna change his name to 16-0. So it may take a little bit, but we'll get there eventually. We just keep trucking along. I think it was like 120 or something like that. So about 80 more, it'll be cool. I gotta make sure I save this shit. But man, alright, cool. Export, desktop. All right, my bad. Man, what's up, Brian? Man, shit, I was sticking around trying to see if it fall through. He's about to slide up out of here, but we can kick it for a couple more minutes. Let's see how long we've been in. Oh shit, we've been in for almost a chunk of some change. All right, so there we got. If Kush gets to 200 subs, you're going 16. And I'll have that sold up. Yeah, that was that's the video that Daddy always give me shit about. That's on the one I was talking about going 16 and 0. You know what I'm saying? So it is, yeah. So that's what I say. Yeah, Watson said, "Hey, O'Brien's the guy I want." He tweeted out that shit. I mean, I don't think you change anything up. I think you finally got guys who are familiar with the system. You've got someone who can execute, a modified version of the system and has nothing but time to, learn the complexities of it, and is obviously capable of doing such a thing. And once he has that all down, it's going to be extremely interesting to see what happens next year. It's going to be interesting to see how guys heal up, if they're going to be available to, contribute next year, or if their play will be the same. There's going to be a lot of interesting pieces to the puzzle. And if everything can come back, if we could just bring the same team back that we should have had on the field this year, I think that we can do some damage. I think we can make things very interesting in the AFC. I think we can make things very, very interesting. And you got to put our name in the conversation then. So we'll have to see what's up. But yeah, man, that's a wrap. Like I said, we didn't just realize we went an hour with some super changes, motherfucker. Almost an hour and 45. I said damn near about hours I can get off this motherfucker. But we got into some interesting off-the-wall conversation, throwback conversation, some very good shit. So like I said, if you're just tuning in, and you get a chance to go back and catch some of that conversation. There's some very good nostalgia and some very interesting topics pointed on. You know what I'm saying? But that's and I wish they would do something with the Astrodome though. Make it look good. Make it like, turn it into a. They were talking about doing some type of atrium shit with that bitch, but I don't know what happened with that. But they need to figure out how to do something with it. So, man, I would be cool with Houston getting the NHL. I've said if Houston gets the NHL team, I will be more than willing. I will be a day one watcher, and I will be a full-fledged NHL supporter, even if I don't know what the fuck is going on until I get it all figured out. So, because I can't lie, I used to play them hockey games when I was young. Them hockey games on fucking Toke. The whole time I was just in that bitch trying to fight, but that shit used to go hard. You go to that bitch, them hockey games used to go hard. You used to be able to beat the shit out of each other, man. Yeah, I heard, that's what I said. The arrows I heard were not really that bad. I heard they were supposed to be pretty good. I just heard they didn't get a whole lot of love, so that's unfortunate. But Houston doesn't, and I'm starting to really think this, and I'm looking around, and I'm starting to see why Houston really is not a good sports town. And I hate to say that. So I'm going to have to talk about that. We're going to have to talk about that in the sauce, because I'm looking at shit, and I'm seeing that, look at these Rockets games. Rockets are balling out of control right now. Best team in the league. Shit, seats empty. You know what I'm saying? Texans, I understand. I definitely understand. Nobody's happy with the product that's on the field and, what's going on. So I can understand that. But you look at the Rockets, like I said, you got empty-ass seats. You got, even when the Cougs were balling, motherfuckers, you still have a lot of empty seats. You have, who else would, like I say, Arrows, even the Comets. The Comets, what, 4-peating. And nobody's going to the fucking games. So when it comes to lower tier sports and things, or things outside of the NFL and baseball, the good Texas sports, you're not gonna get a lot of love out here in the city, and that's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you about that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's a good point. We'll talk about that. We have to remember that. Make sure I don't forget that shit because that shit there's wild, man. So we'll have to talk about Houston not really being on the level it needs to be on. You know, we need to rile up some interest in this city. So, man, that's what if I'd have known better, I'd have fucking played baseball, dog, from young. Because it used to be motherfuckers trying to get me to play baseball. Come play Little League, you know, it'd be like other parents and shit. Because I was like bigger than all the other kids, of course. And I was like, yeah, you just come play. You should just come try out. Just come see. You might like it. Like, I ain't never played no fucking baseball, but every time I used to go, you know, fuck around with my partners while I played shit, I'd be alright. And if I'd have do better shit, that's definitely the route I'd have fucking took. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah, that's like I say, when people was feeling that shit, the Houston Comets were balling, dog, but it's like I said, that shit just fell off. I remember going to some shit in high school, and the Comets were there, like they were celebrating somebody's motherfucking birthday. I think it might have been Cynthia Cooper's birthday. And motherfuckers was drunk. They was having a good old time. Coach was drunk. She was wilding out, grinding and shit. Yeah, I'm talking shit. I'm spilling the sauce, but it wasn't too wild. But they was just having a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking a little bit of shit. I'm embellishing just a slight bit, but you know, it was like I say, it's not the normal scene you would be expected to see them in. And so to me, that was like, oh, okay, they're normal people too. They ball hard and party hard. Yeah, but like I say, I wouldn't even say they was just partying hard. Honestly, that ain't shit compared to what you see regular motherfuckers doing in the club. So, yeah, I'm just talking shit. You know, I played baseball in high school. Carlos going to the Yankees. Man, I saw something about that. I saw that the Vegas had, I think the Yankees having the next best odds to the Dodgers. And I'm like, didn't the Rockets beat those guys? Not the Rockets. Look at me, the Rockets. The Astros. Didn't the Astros beat those guys? How wouldn't they have, you know what I'm saying, the best chance to win it again? They're basically bringing back the same team. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I don't know. But yes, man. So I apologize. Like I said, if y'all sliding in a little bit late, but I got to get up out the gate, and I don't want to hate. But I appreciate y'all for coming in. This time I'll remember to Aaron Rodgers coming back. I'd let that motherfucker stay out for a little while. I mean, just because, just don't rush it back, just to have a chance to fuck it up again, just to say you back. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying, man. But see, that didn't happen in the South, so it's not officially on record. It happened in the Kush Den, so it don't count. You know what I'm saying? So that way, it's not officially on Sauce record. It's on the Kush Den record. And the Kush Den record is not a viable, authentic record because things could be said possibly or maybe not possibly under the influence of mind, I won't say altering, but adjusting thoughts. You know what I'm saying? That's a bet, man. That's a bet, third coach. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wink Wednesday, it goes down. But yeah, I'm going to slide up out of here, man. Like I said, I appreciate y'all following through. I'm finna get up out the den. I'm going to check out some urinating tree, possibly. That just sounds like somebody to be careful of. But I appreciate y'all following through. Like I said, if you missed it, man, definitely go back and watch. There was some very good, interesting conversation in this one, man. Y'all definitely got to check that out. But with that being said, I'm Chuck of the Deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I'm out. Stay saucy.